Hello everyone, Amod here from the Target YouTube channel, and this will be continuation of Research end-to-end framework playlist video series. In this video, we are going to learn how can we eliminate the data dependency. If you see this existing test case, to create an airlines, we need to pass data like ID, name, country, logo, slogan, headquarters, website, and established. So if you see these fields, you can figure it out like we can pass any random data to it. So it doesn't matter whether you are doing UI testing or API testing, data is important part. So you need to understand the scenario, or you need to categorize the scenario in which you can pass any random data. Means there is no need to pass any specific kind of data, because just to create an airline you just need to pass some proper ID so that you can get some unique airline, and that ID you need to use for further test cases. So why to pass the hard-coded values like this? Because this is extra burden to tester who is going to use this method. So in Java we have library which can generate the random data for us. So if you remember, while designing this framework at the early stage, I decided what library I am going to use. So that time I told that I am going to use some Java Faker library. If you see my pom.xml, you will find that I had added one library called Java Faker, right? But while researching, I found that Java Faker has a new name now, that is called Data Faker. So if you go to the official website of datafaker.net, and if you read the documentation, you will find it's like similar to Java Faker API only, but this is the new name. And if you see the syntax also, it will be very much similar. It's almost similar only. Faker equal to new faker, and then you can generate the full name, first name, last name, city, state, whatever you want to do. If you see the GitHub page for Data Faker, there they are mentioning that this is the advanced version of Java Faker API. So instead of Java Faker, I am going to use Data Faker in my framework. So for that, I need to remove the existing Java Faker dependency from my framework, and I need to add the Data Faker dependency. So for that, you can copy it from here also, because it will be surely the latest one. But still, if you want to follow the approach, so go to Maven Central repository and download it from there. So let me copy the dependency from here and let me paste in my project. So I will remove the Java Faker because it is not good to have two similar dependencies in your framework, and simply I will replace everything with the Data Faker. So if you go to properties section where I have mentioned this one, so I will simply update the version, and instead of Java Faker I will use Data Faker. Just copy the variable name and paste it here. All set. So I simply replace my Java Faker dependency with the Data Faker now. Let's use it. If I go to my payloads class where I am creating the payload to create an airline, so I'm not going to remove this method because there might be some scenario where you need to pass your data. So what I'm going to do, simply I am going to duplicate this method. So let me copy and paste it again. And this time I am not going to take any argument because I am going to generate them through my Data Faker library. So we know that for payload we need to pass ID, which is string. So I am going to use Data Faker. So before that, let me create an object of it. Faker equal to new faker. So if you see here, it is coming from github.javafaker.faker, but if I see here, it should come from net.datafaker. Why it is? Because after adding the dependency, I didn't refresh my dependencies here. So once you refresh it, automatically it will give you an error like this particular dependency doesn't exist. Okay, so I just refresh the Maven dependency, and let me remove this import because this is not valid now. So, and you can see it is automatically importing it from Data Faker package now. So here I should not get any error. So we have method like faker, we have something called number, and then you can put some digit like 10. Okay, simple thing. Then no need to pass any random ID. It will automatically generate a number of digit 10. Similarly for name, I will use the faker dot name. Then you can use full name or first name or any name. I think it should be good for first name. Okay, this will be the airline name. Get a random country, you can use faker dot address, Then we have country. Logo can be again one random string, and same goes for slogan also. So logo and slogan can be any random string, anything you can pass here. So if you remember in the pom.xml, I have added one more dependency called Apache Common. Okay, this library has methods to generate some random data. So if you go here in the payloads, we have something called random string utils, which is coming from Apache Common library. Use this method and generate some alphabet, some random alphabets of count. Like suppose I want to pass like 25. Okay, same thing goes for slogan also, because we just need to pass some random data. So for slogan also I am passing like of count maybe 20 only. Then for headquarters I should put any city name, right? So faker dot, again you need to use address. Then if you see here, you're getting everything like city name, whatever you want to have you can put. Then to get the website, again you can have something called https. It should look real, right? So https slash, and then what you can do, you can generate some random alphabet again. So let me copy this here and paste it here, and this should be only 10. Okay, then you can add the .com. Okay, it will look something real. Okay, and establish we want to generate some random year. So for that we have again faker dot number, and if you see here in the number we have something called number between. Okay, so maybe I will pass 1900 and maximum I can pass 2020. Okay, even you can use the new date and you can put the current year also, because it is possible that any airline can be created in the current year as well, right? That is possible, so you can pass that as well. So it should be integer, not the string. So let me change it. So here you can see I am everything, all the data I am getting it from my faker library, which is data faker now, and also I am using the random string utils from the Apache Common library to generate some random alphabet. So let me go to my airline test.java, and instead of using this method now where I need to pass this values, which is like again headache for me, so simply I am going to call this method without any parameter. This is making life easier, right? No need to worry about what data we need to pass. Just call this method, it will give you a payload, and just that payload need to pass to create an airline. So let me run this test case and let's see what happens. So now I can see test is successful, and if you come here you can see that it is giving you some ID, not this ID, this is response I think, or better to go to report, so which I have already integrated here, right? I remember that after generating the report I removed all the logger statement. So let me open the report in Chrome. So if you see here, established 1957, country it is giving something, then website you can see, and name Maximo actually. Then you can see something headquarters, it generates some real-time data, and you can see the status is 200. That means we are able to create an airline successfully. If I just rerun the test case again, there is no need to change the ID, because every time it will generate some random ID. So again you can see the test case is passed with the new ID this time. So that's all in this video. If you have any doubt, please comment on this video. If you really like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe and share with others. Thank you everyone.